Ross, finally back at home to start the new season. Macclesfield are the visitors. It's going to be tough, but what are your thoughts going into it?
Yeah, going to be a tough game. They've got some momentum from last season. I think based on our last performance, we should have some real good momentum as well. I thought we were very good, apart from a 12-13 minute window. But in terms of our possession, our play, our shape, our structure was spot on. And I think that's probably why it hurts more than any other game, is when you get everything right and everything's spot on, to concede two really sort of soft goals. And the wins helped, the decision on George Burrows, but I think the most important thing is we came off the pitch with positives to look at leading into this game on Saturday.
Yeah, you talk about Macclesfield having momentum from last season. They've got momentum from Saturday, beating Worksop, the top of the league. So we're going into this one playing top of the league. Obviously, it's way too early to say that, but I'm going to reiterate myself. It's going to be a really tough game, not just because of the momentum, but the quality they've got. Is that something that you echo?
Yeah, they've got some good players. They've got some key players that we're aware of. They'll probably bring a few fans as well, which will help them. But a nice game at home, our first game at home, I think would be a real positive one. The boys have been waiting for this. I think going to Fylde, difficult conditions with the winds at times, but their expectation of what they want to do as a club, we upset that for a large period of the game. Now we're back at home, we have to make sure we earn the right again, which we did against Fylde, and really turn up ready to perform. But we know it's going to be tough. Every game is tough. We had a real good performances last season on the road. Now we want to replicate that at home. But I think the boys are ready for the next challenge, and we lead into then another tough one Tuesday night against Kiddie.
You mentioned about Macclesfield and having a little bit of having a lot of talent in the squad. If Saturday showed anything, so do we. I mean, you mentioned Fylde a couple of times there now. It's probably still stinging a little bit because it's a game that we probably deserved a point at the very least out of. Do you bring that, I want to say, frustration maybe is the correct word, into this game to try and put that wrong as soon as that helicopter goes right over your head?
Yeah, frustration. I think a good learning one as well. The players learned from that. I hope they learned from that. We did as staff, that sometimes when the game is in your hands, you don't have to go out and try and keep going for the third goal. I thought we could have had a bit more shape behind us, the communication on the pitch to drag people in and get people behind the ball, and maybe turn it into a bit of a gritty performance. But I thought we'd done more than enough to win a game of football. That's probably the most disappointing bit. But football stings you sometimes. The boys have now sort of dusted themselves off and back on the training pitch, and we're ready now to put in a real solid performance against Macclesfield Saturday.
How big is it that we have our fans cheering us on? You mentioned Kidderminster as well. It's a quick turnaround. It's a home game where we really need to get behind the team and hopefully go toe-to-toe with them. 100%.
I know we took a small number to Fylde, but we can definitely see the efforts are there to come and watch us, and we greatly appreciate it. Hopefully back at home now, hopefully nice weather, good performance, hopefully 3 points, gives the fans something to cheer about, because they've been spot on over the last few seasons, absolutely spot on. I think some of the performances away have been really gritty and really outstanding, if I must say. But I think now at home we want to make sure we get points at home, turn it into a bit of a fortress like every club wants to. But I think real positive signs against Fylde that we can, go toe to toe with some really top teams. And Macclesfield is another one who's got their ambitions of probably getting promoted. Then we roll into Kiddie, so it doesn't get much easier. So the boys need to stick together, make sure they recover properly, make sure the appetite is there, which it always will be. We've got a good group in there, ready to turn up and put in a real positive performance.
Ross, thanks very much for your time.
Cheers.